Hi there. Welcome to another one of my videos, Magnum BI at your service. Now in today's video, I'm going to go ahead and create a visual that shows the number of confirmed coronavirus cases and deaths per country. So to do that, I'm going to, what you do is you go to Kaggle.com, click on data, search for this data set right here, the novel coronavirus 2019 data set. And then once you're on the page, notice how there are 8 CSV files. I'm only going to be making use of this COVID-19 data.csv file, and that's it. So go ahead and hit the download button. And once it's finished downloading, open the file in Tableau Public. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the last update dimension and I'm going to drag that to filters. And I'm going to go ahead and select the most recent date, which is the 10th of April. And the reason why I'm doing this is because if you take a look at the data set, notice how, so we start off on the 22nd of January, okay, and we're looking at Hubei in China. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. And notice how you have the number of confirmed cases, number of deaths, and the number of recovered cases, right? Notice how it remains constant, how everything remains constant from one day to the next, right? And then from the 23rd to the 24th, notice how there are 105 new confirmed cases, 7 new deaths, and 3 new recovered cases, right? That's because the numbers are adding up, right, from day to day, right? Which means we're only interested in the number of cases on the 10th, on the last day, which is the 10th of April, right? So this is going to give us the actual results here. Next, I'm going to take the country region dimension and I'm going to drag that over here to this marks tab box here. And I'm doing this so that I can go ahead and populate the symbol map, which is this map right here. So drag that here. And there we go. Okay. Next, I'm going to take the number of confirmed cases and notice how as soon as I click and drag it, it defaults to its aggregated sum. And I'm going to drop that off in the size box right here. And the bigger the dot, the more confirmed cases. And so the US is the epicenter of the coronavirus at the moment. Right? It has more confirmed cases than any country in the world. Okay. Now, there should be a dot for China, but for some reason there isn't. And that's because if you take a look at the data set, it's described as mainland China, not China. And so Tableau has no idea what the hell mainland China is. So we need to go ahead and tell Tableau that. So to do that, I'm going to click on the drop down here in the country region dimension. I'm going to click on aliases, scroll down and find mainland China. And I'm going to change this name here to China. And there we go. Click OK. And there we go. We see a dot for China. Yeah. I know the coronavirus started in China, but yeah, we became the epicenter. And I think it's because they took action early, and as a result, they're no longer under a lockdown. So they're enjoying life. They're back at restaurants and bars, just having a blast with friends and family. And I'm sure the rest of the world will get there too at some point. I know it's rough at the moment, but be patient. Things will get better. All right, great. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take the deaths measure, and I'm going to drag that to the color box. And so the darker the circle or the darker the dot, the more deaths there are. So, and so just recently, I know the United States surpassed Italy in the number of deaths here. So Spain, France, and Germany are also up there too, and the number of people that have died from the coronavirus. So it's very important that we all keep safe and that we take the necessary precautions. Yeah. Okay, and that's how you create a visual. The last thing I'd like to do here as part of this visual is to filter out these two unknowns. I'll just go ahead and filter the data as it's not really going to affect the data, as these numbers here for the number of confirmed cases and deaths seem legit for each country. Great. So I'm going to go ahead and title this the number of coronavirus cases and deaths per country. Bold it. Okay, great. Okay, now next, I'd like to go ahead and determine the number of coronavirus cases per state within the U.S., right? As I'd like to get an understanding on exactly where the confirmed cases are coming from within the United States. And to do that, I'll create a new worksheet. And I'm going to go ahead and follow the same drill. Last update will be the most recent date, just 10th. Great. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and filter out the country to the US. Click apply. And then I'm going to take the province and state, and I'm going to go ahead and drag that here in order to go ahead and populate the map. And there you have it. There you have it. Now look at that. Wow. Guam is way the hell out here, huh? I had no idea. Yeah, and then we also have Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands too as well. Yeah. Wonder how they've been impacted by the coronavirus. Okay. So I'm going to drag this here to the middle. And then I'm going to go ahead and take the number of confirmed cases here. Same drill. Drag that to the size box. So the larger the dot, the more confirmed cases there are. So look at that. New York State, as expected, is responsible for at least a third of the number of cases in the country. Yeah. Then I'm going to go ahead and take the deaths measure, drag that to the color box, and look at that. So New York State has had the most number of deaths so far, followed by the states surrounding it. Michigan and Illinois have also been... Michigan's been hit pretty. Michigan's also been hit bad. Yet no one's talking about it for some reason. I'm pretty sure it's a Detroit area, as that's the largest city. So yeah. And for my next video, my plan is to create a visual that shows the number of confirmed cases and deaths per county within the United States, so that we can see where all the cases are coming from within each of the states. And for Michigan, I'm pretty sure it's the Detroit, the Motown area. And then for New York State, I'm pretty sure it's New York City. I mean, I believe the number of confirmed cases have surpassed the number of confirmed cases in any country. Look at that. Italy, Spain, and France. Wow. Okay, so except for the U.S., that is. Yeah. So, but yeah, New York State is pretty much the epicenter of the coronavirus in the entire world. Wow. And as for these unknowns, I'm simply going to go ahead and filter the data, as it won't really impact my results as much. Great. And so this is my second worksheet here. Number of coronavirus cases and deaths per state in the U.S. Great. Great. Excellent. And I definitely encourage you guys to let your imaginations run wild. You know, play around with these visuals further. Try to see if you can create a tracker that can inform the public on what's been going on with the coronavirus. And now's the best time for it. Definitely encourage you guys to create a dashboard and to continue to expand on these visuals. Yeah, and I'd highly recommend Tableau for exploring all this data, as it is an end-to-end analytics solution that allows people to create robust reports and dashboards that tell stories from your data. So we definitely recommend Tableau is definitely the tool of choice. So we definitely highly recommend it. And yeah, that concludes my video on creating these visuals on the coronavirus. I really hope you enjoyed my video. Feel free to drop a comment below and like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.